Kia ora and welcome back to the Southern Star Tarot, my friends. I hope you're all well. Okay, I've put the teaser out there about Astana. I think some of you have seen it. If you haven't, go and have a look at the little short, because that's a little bit of an intro to this. I'll see how this reading goes, but I think it might have to be broken up into two, because there's quite a bit to unpack. But I'll just see how it goes. Let's just chug through this very, very quickly. For those of you who don't know, Astana is the capital of Kazakhstan. And Kazakhstan sits in the sort of like the central of Asia, and Kazakhstan used to be part of Russia and everything else. But they've sort of evolved and done things. And as you all know, Borat is from Kazakhstan as well. Now, this is where things get very, very interesting. I'll pop some images on the screen because it's a very interesting city. It has been very well designed. It is very geometric. There is the pyramid, and the pyramid, if you're from the USA, if you look at your dollar bills and stuff, you will see that the dollar bills and everything has got that pyramid and the all-seeing eye on it. That pyramid looks very, very similar. Then they've got these two gold structures, almost like pillars that flank each other. They've got the presidential house, which almost looks like the White House at the end of it. Then they have also got the tower with the big ball on top that represents a golden egg, which almost symbolizes a obelisk, but it's got the rounding on the top. And then they've got a pond that is shaped in the form of a bird. I saw this little thing that popped up on YouTube over the weekend, and that is what started making me wonder about Kazakhstan. And then I'm also I haven't done a reading on it, but it's been sitting in the back of my head. I've seen some other readers talk about it, and it is about the alignment of the sun and the star and everything else that will rise in Egypt on the 26th of April 2026, and it will sit basically directly in front between the paws of the Sphinx. And certain things just started making very, very interesting things to me. So the question that I've got to ask is the Kazakhstan and that pyramid, and very interesting on the pyramid, it has got a room at the top of it that is, and it's got seating that's in a circle. I'll see if I can find the photograph of it. There's 200 seats in there. And it is supposedly for the 200 different denominations, which is religious denominations, which is in Kazakhstan or whatever. But as I was digging and I was getting some more information, there is actually a conference happening there, which is going very under the radar, from the 24th or the 23rd of April to the 26th of April. And then directly after that, there is something else happening as well for 2 days. And this made me wonder, because this all sort of like coincides very much with the Sphinx and the rising of the star and the sun and the alignments and everything. What I also find very interesting is that if I look at the parallels and the longitude and latitudes of it, it actually falls, that city, Astana, actually falls on the ley line of the 51st parallel, which connects a lot of things, which connects Stonehenge, which connects the pyramids, which connects Astana. Very interesting. Then also, on the longitude, it is on the 26th, it falls, sorry, I've got notes here, so I've just got to refer to my notes every now and then. It also falls on the 26 degree latitude as well. So look at all the 26s, 26 April 2026, the 26 line and everything else. So there's a lot of 26, there's a lot of symbology in this. I'm going to do some numerology on this as well, just to link it all together. So that is why I'm saying it might be broken up into two. I'll see if it goes on too long, then I will break it into two, but it will all be one reading, but I'll just break it up into two sections for people. So what I also find very interesting is that if you look at the geometrics of ancient Egypt, the sacred number that they always used in their degrees was always 26 degrees. 26 April 2026. Stay with me. Stay with me. Don't run away. I haven't lost the plot. You know, as Judge Judy always say, you know, if things don't line up, what is it saying? If things don't line up, or if it doesn't make sense, then it's not the truth. But things are making sense here. If I start looking at all these numbers that are linking up. Also very interesting is at this conference, at this meeting that is happening from the 22nd or 23rd of April to the 26th of April, United Nations delegations are going to be there. A lot of big tech companies are going to be there. There are talk that Palantir is going to be there. There's talk that SpaceX is going to be there. There is talk that NVIDIA is going to be there. There's also a lot of speculation that the two golden towers are energy hubs. Okay? And this is where it gets quite funny. Online, when you look it up, it says it's to government buildings and everything else. But now also, when we look at the sunrise and the alignment that is taking place in Egypt, at this roughly the same time, but at a different time, the times because of time differences and stuff, there's a certain point in the day that the sun will align perfectly with the tower with the golden egg on it, which is a massive big sundial, which I find that the pond that looks like a bird, as well as the presidential palace, will all align, and it will be a direct line of what the sun is going to cast over that. So it all forms a very, very straight line. And then what I also find very interesting is if you look at the layout of the city, it's all circular, which reminds me very much of Atlantis. And then you also look at Stonehenge, which is also circular. And then finding the link that it actually ties very much in with the ley line of Stonehenge. Do they know something that we don't? Is this, because we all hear Chris Bledsoe also, if you haven't heard of it, Chris Bledsoe and the Lady in White, just pop it, search for it and you'll find it. And he says that there's some big event happening on the 26th of April. So that's why I haven't really spoken about it, because I didn't want to sound too woohoo for everybody around me. So now with this that it popped up, and I don't know why this popped up. My guides obviously told me to talk to you guys about it. So I'm going to talk about it, because if something like that happens, there's no coincidences, in my opinion. Things happen for a reason. And there must be a reason just before we start April that this has come across my path. And funny enough, it was on the 26th of March that I saw this, and that is what made me start wondering. You see, again, the 26th. So, if you want to pause, go and get a pen, get a piece of paper, and let's see where it goes. I will pop the maths and stuff on the screen. I'm not going to waste everybody's time with writing it down, but if you want to get a pen and paper and walk through it with me, you're more than welcome. So, on the table here, which we'll get to, I've got two decks here. I have got the Egyptian Gods Oracle on the table. If you've seen my shorts, I've used these in some shorts of mine. I've never used them in a full reading on this channel. So I'm going to use this deck over here. And then another deck that you guys have not seen, you might have seen it on some of my shorts, is this Elevate Tarot. It is a beautiful deck. And I sometimes use this when I talk about spiritual things that is happening. Comes with a beautiful little book, a little box. And the cards are really well illustrated. It's really a nice little deck. And why I also like it is it's got why I looked at it as well is because it's got this bird on it. It's got the sun on it. It's got the world on it. It's got moon on it. And then also it's got the pentacle sign on it as well. So there is quite a lot of symbology just in the back of this. So I'm going to use these cards as well, and I've just nearly kicked a bucket here. No, I'm just joking. I just have my little bin that I use here for when I make notes and I throw things away. I've just kicked. Okay, so I am just going to move these out the way for a second, and I'm going to refer to my notes because there's quite a bit that I've got to divulge in this whole thing. So and also when you walk around Astana, apparently there's very few people around in Astana. And it's a very clean city. It's very beautiful. Really, I mean, just look at the images that are popping up onto the screen. So let's have a look here. I'm just getting to the numerology. I'm just going to pause for a second so I can just get down to that, so I don't want to waste your time. Okay, I've scrolled through all my notes, so I basically got to it. One thing I didn't mention is that this pyramid that was built, and I'll pop it on screen now, the same architect that designed the Gherkin in the UK was the architect for this. And then the funny link is this architect is apparently one of the royal family's preferred architects, and they love using him and love his work. So there's a link there. Something else that I didn't mention is, and that is what I found very, very interesting, and why I'm thinking that this could be a new world order, as I said in the short, is that they are using the old British common laws in Astana. So your Westminster system, your Westminster laws are being used. British law is being used in Astana, which is like Central Asia. Very, very interesting. So this is what is making me wonder. And then also what I found is they have actually built a memorial park in remembrance of Queen Elizabeth II. So you see, there's a real connection. Interesting. So stay with me. I'm not loopy. I'm not whatever. I am loopy, but whatever. So let's have a look here. Let's go to the numerology. The numerology is the 26th of the 4th, 2026. If we look at the day 26, the 2 plus the 6, that equals 8. And the significance of the number 8 is the infinite power, authority, manifestation. It represents the intersection to the spiritual and the material worlds. And if we look at the gematria of 26, that is the old Hebrew numerology, gematria 26, which is YHWH, when you break it down, comes to the word God. Let me say that again. And gematria, which is Old Jewish, Old Hebrew numerology, and the numbers 2026 is YHWH, and that is the sum to 26, and that spells the word God. Okay? Now we are going to look at the month, which is the 4th of April. That's a 4. Okay? And number 4 represents structure, foundation, and order. The pyramids have got... You see how this all works? You see how it all works? Forming squares. A pyramid has got 4 edges as well. Now the year 2026. The 2 and the 0 and the 2 and the 6 equals 10, as we sung before. And that reduces to 1. And 1 is the year of new beginnings. New leaderships, new beginnings, and the seed of a new cycle. Then I looked at the universal day vibration. 8 for the day, 4 for the month, 1 for the year equals 13. And in tarot, 13 is the death card, the renewal card. And if you reduce the 13, it is 4. There we got a 4 again. Structure, leadership, new beginnings, seeds, new cycles. It's a double energy. It is the locking in of a foundation. And it is the frequency, and this is the frequency used for building empires and permanent structures. Okay, you still with me? You still with me? Now, let's look at the longitude and the latitude code of Astana. Astana latitude is 51 degrees 10 minutes north. This is the Stonehenge latitude as well, the ley line. And this is the ancient megalithic power grid. And by placing the capital here, the architects of the city are plugged in to ancient frequency. It's longitude. Wait, and listen to this. The longitude is 71 degrees 26 minutes east. This is the signature. Note the minute 26 in longitude. Itself carries the vibration of 26 vibration, matching the day of the activation of 26 April 2026. And this takes us to 7 plus 1 plus 2 plus 6 is 16. And that equals 7. And 7 in numerology is the number of mystery, the seeker, and divine intervention. Look it up. Now, the Giza event on the 26th of April, alignment peaks during the heliacal rising of Regulus, the heart of the lion, and occurs just before sunrise at approximately 4:42 a.m. civil twilight in Giza. In Astana, the sun rises on April 26 at 5:52 a.m. Okay, 5 plus 5 is 10. Well, we'll get there, okay? This basically brings us to an 11 connection. And this is between the peak of the alignment of the Egyptian and the solar activation in Astana. And there's a specific window of time that the collectors of this data call the transmission gap. So, in summary, 26 of the 4th of 26 is a matrix. The day 26 equals 8, which is a divine authority, power, and God. The 4 is finalized structures, the lock. The year 1 is the start of new cycles. Latitude 51 is a 6. The Stonehenge connection. It's the Earth grid. Then the longitude, the 7126 east, 26 minutes, signature is the divine mystery. 7 is a divine number. Okay? There's a triple 26. The calendar day, April 26. The longitude, 26. The gematria, the God, 26. This is not just a date, my stars. This is a geometrical key. The builders of Astana used this 51 latitude to anchor the city to the past and the 26 longitude to anchor in the divine activation of 2026. April 26 is the day the circuit is completed. I hope I haven't lost you guys yet. I hope you guys, I haven't lost you yet. Okay. So, also, very interesting in Astana, there's this big round structure by the river or the pond or whatever. It's a big circular thing. I'll find an image and I'll pop it on the screen. And it almost looks like a portal. Okay? Just so many different little coincidences. And I think I might lose some subscribers after this or whatever the case might be, because you might think I'm loopy. But I'm not. There is just something that said to me, read about this. Okay? So what I'm going to do, we are now sitting at 23 minutes almost into this reading. I'll see how it goes, and I might just break it up. But let's get out the Egyptian God Oracle and see what the cards have to say. Is Astana linked to the New World Order? Let's have a look here. Let's have a look here. I don't know where the cards are going to go, but let's see. Death and renewal. Aren't these cards beautiful? Perseverance. And it's taken a long while for that city to be built the way it was. Protection. Alchemic force. Meditation. Wow. Okay. From the... I've got goosebumps, guys. Look at the hair standing up on my arms. From the word go, Osiris. Look how it links. Osiris, death and rebirth. Is it the city of death and rebirth? Ninth, perseverance. We need to stick with things. We need to stay with things. Mene, protection. Is this the new city of protection? Heka. All the forces, the alchemy, the forces of alchemy. the bringing together of Nethi, meditation. And that is the pyramid that they've got, which is for all these global religions. They all come together for a meditation, for a coming together. Fruitfulness. Oh, sorry about that. Hermitage. They go sort of into retreat there. Order and peace. There we go. My friends, I think we've stumbled across the answer. Prosperity. It's a very prosperous city. Sorry, I just need to move this down a little bit. Prosperity. Resourcefulness. Sobek, union and power. Guys, you cannot make this up. Wow. Is this supposed to be the city of new order? A new world order of peace? Because Kazakhstan and that city's wealth and everything has been built very much on oil wealth, gas wealth. There's a lot of oil in the region. But they have also moved away from that into building digital hubs and AI hubs and everything. And they are also moving towards a digital currency. And if I haven't got it mistaken, I think in my research that I've done, it states that they are moving onto a complete digital currency around about the end of April, but it will be in full effect by June, July. Have we stumbled upon something here? What's underlying here? Healing. Truth and fairness. The justice card. The Westminster justice system. Renewal. Oh, hope popped up from underneath. Righteousness. Is this where the world is going? Is this the new United Nations? Is this place where things are going to happen after the 26th of April? Wholeness. Change. Wow. Guys, there's definitely a reason why my guides pushed me into this direction. I'm going to grab the Elevate Tarot quickly. I'm just going to grab the Elevate Tarot quickly here. And I am going to see if they can clarify some stuff for me. Can you clarify for me? Oh, they are really jumpy and talk. What on earth is going on here? Peace of mind, contentment. The Star, brightness, could bring excess, so be careful not to become too greedy. Seven of Pentacles here. Work frustration, hard work needing to be done, either at work or situation in life. I'll dissect them now. A speedy situation or finish. We are rushing very quickly to the end of April here. A lot of hard work has gone into it, and I think there's still a whole lot of hard work that needs to be done. It is for renewal, for hope, for brightness. But they've got to be careful because excess can also bring a downfall. And it's to bring peace of mind. What else have the cards got to say here? Hanged Man, getting stronger in oneself after a lot of deliberation and delaying in your life. We've all been very stuck in a rut. We've all been very stuck in a moment. Especially 2025 felt like a very big stuck. The Tower. Catastrophe. Accident. Things happening very quickly at a lightning pace. And this tree almost looks like that spire, that egg-shaped structure that they've got there. Are they preparing us for a collapse or something, or for a catastrophe and an accident? Doesn't necessarily have to be bad. Look here, the growth, new growth. Look at these arrows going up. Look at the stars and the alignment here. Look at the stars. The Chariot, movement of resistance, journey, victory over a situation or problem, balancing opposite polarities. There's different polarities here with what is happening. There is movement of resistance. The Sun, marriage, happiness, bright prospects. This is bringing together of, is what I'm getting here. My God's telling me, bringing together of, creating happiness after this event. The bright prospects that might come from this. The Hierophant. Look there, marriage again. Government or public company. Body corporate. Official buildings. Oh my word. Official situation. Sorry, my breath just got taken away here for a second. Government. Public company. There's public companies involved. Coming together of. Official building. That's where that meeting is taking place. Delays around money coming in from the cold. It is bringing people on the outlying edges out from the cold. There's been delays with getting funding is what's coming to me. Ace of Wands, new beginnings, birth, new ideas, new creation. Wow. The Fool. Good friends, happiness, needing to take a giant leap forward. This doggy card means friendship, loyalty. Look at all the it almost looks like a rotation of the world, rotation around the solar system. Things are aligning. Look there, it's forming a triangle here. Aligning. Letter or news coming. Victory news. Money fluctuation. Being offered something you may not. Guys, this is the digital. This is the digital marketing, the digital money that they're talking about here. And we might not want it. So there might be resistance on that. Improvements underway, feeling smug and pleased. I think some of these people that's involved here are feeling very smug and very pleased, especially if you're looking at like Palantir, if you're looking at SpaceX that's involved, if you're looking at NVIDIA, they might be feeling very smug. Boat over water travel. Turning boat out of troubled waters into calmer waters. This is all the travel that's happening to that conference. What's underlying here? The Empress. Delays will prove necessary. What delays are they talking about here? Let's see. basic good news. Things might take a while because, as I said, I think that is only coming to full effect in July, whatever the digital currency thing with them. Frustrations, feeling bound and gagged. This is us, the people. We are feeling that they are taking too much control of our lives. They are taking too much control and feeling that we don't have a say anymore. Money problems. Turning your back and walking away. Knowing nothing more can be done. Is this basically forcing us into a digital world where everything is controlled, where all your money, where everything is tracked? And it can lead to money problems. The moon. Deception or delays. Emotions up and down. Maybe deceiving yourself. Is this telling me that we are being deceived? We are being spun a story that is all going to be good. And things aren't very clear. They're not making things very clear. They're building this little story for us. Wow. So, my friends, this is a little bit of a longer reading. What's underlying here? Change. Enlightening. Okay, this is telling me that the enlightenment that everybody is talking about is coming on the 26th of April. And we'll be understanding. There will be an understanding of what is happening. And its skills. Our other skills will be activated. Our third eye, our higher knowledge, I think might be. And this looks like the lady in white from Chris Bledsoe. And there's a lot of passion around the world for this. This card wanted to turn. Security and a helping hand. The UN Security Council is going to be there. It is to secure and help with securing things. And they're offering a helping hand. Is it a helping hand coming from somewhere else as well? Last card. Losses. All is not lost as you still have 3 swords remaining, giving you the upper hand. We feel that we might be lost. We feel that we might be losing something. Because in a rebirth, in a regrowth, a new situation, you feel like you've lost things. But you always forget that you've still got some extra quivers, extra arrows in your quiver. You've got extra swords to back you up. Don't forget about your extras that you've got. And why is this card popping out? Plans, hopes, wish card. The highest minor arcana, 7 of swords. These plans, these hopes, and it's a wish card. Work, paid, work. The 8. What did I say about the 8? We need to continue working. Continue working. It's the enlightenment card. It's the cycle card. We will still be fine. We'll still be paid. We'll still have work. But we need to do a lot of work. Wow. Well, my friends, my stars, I hope you have enjoyed this. A very different reading to normal. It's gone on a little bit longer than normal. But yes, long and short, definitely. Astana was built around all these ley lines, everything to link the past and the future and the present. And all the 26s line up, which is all the 8s. And how poignant that we end with an 8 card here. It's an 8 card. No, can't make that up. I literally picked that card up. I wish my cards would push it a little bit more forward. Ending of a situation or a relationship. It's the ending of the old. New beginnings. What can I say? What can I say? Well, until I speak to you with a boring reading. Not a boring reading, but you know what I mean. With a reading of the normal. Let me know in the comments what you think about all of this. I'm very woo-woo here, but have a good day, my friends. It might go out as 1, it might go out as 2, because it's sitting at 41 minutes now. So, let's see. I'll speak to you all soon. Bye-bye.